In 24 hours, the recruits of Wing 223 will be tested on their powers of arrest. And it's a test they will fail if they get the smallest detail wrong. With time running out, they spend every waking moment going through the procedures.
Don't forget to throw the caution in. You know it needs to be done.
And with their stress levels on the rise, each member of the class has mixed feelings.
You want to be put under pressure so you see how well you do perform. And on the other hand, you just want to run.
Despite doing well so far, Anthony is having doubts.
I've got to pass this, got to get through it, got to learn from it. It's no use trying to run and hide or, try and call it off.
But with only a day to go, there's no time for nerves. The next morning, there's a nervous tension in the air. Some recruits have had little sleep through worry. Others have spent the time studying. Sachin Nair has hit the wall. He's facing information overload and can't bear another look at the books.
I think I was struggling with my studies. It was quite hard for me.
In less than 12 hours, the entire wing will be tested on their ability to handle a mock arrest situation. And to up the pressure, it will take place under night conditions. To stand any chance of passing, Sachin needs to focus.
Hi there, you here?
Pardon?
Constable Nair. Constable Stewart. How's it going?
Good.
But even now, he seems distracted.
Okay, can I look into your bag, please?
My bag?
Yeah,
No.
please. I will have to.
No, you won't.
Okay. Now, you'll have to let me search the bag or I'll have to arrest you.
Arrest me?
Yeah.
And to make things worse, Anita gets a little carried away playing the offender.
No way, man.
Stay back.
Just stay there.
No
Stay
way.
back. I was like, whoa. You're under arrest for getting a police officer.
After a shaky performance, Sachin's efforts are dissected by the class.
Yeah, when you hit him, you should have probably drawn back and told him to stay away.
We don't take lightly to assault. Okay. What else?
But even more damning, he was so nervous he forgot to read his assailant her rights.
That's one that you've got to really get right tonight.
Yeah.
Right, I'm not too focused on it. Right, but tonight you need that.
Yeah.
The pressure is really on. With the practical exam looming, the instructors have gone to great effort in order to give each recruit a realistic scenario. For some, time is running out. The recruits of Wing 223 have been summoned to the campus bar, where they must all wait their turn to undergo the final assessment, and without exception, everyone looks terrified. Up until now, they've only practiced on each other and in controlled situations. Though in tonight's exam, that's all going to change as they take on the instructors.
Our objective here is to assess the recruit's ability to deal with an offensive weapon complaint. The officer should approach and speak to the offender, which is us. Just push them to go through the AWOCA, ask why, options, confirm and action.
The task of organising the recruits falls to instructor's wife Barbara, who plays it tough.
Quiet. I'm only calling you number once. PCG 1.
In pairs, the recruits file out for the test.
Let's go, potato head.
Having crammed in the extra practice, Sachin is feeling more confident.
Like, we've done quite a few practicals now. It started to click in now. You can feel it.
And he knows the key to passing this test is to stay focused. But ignoring the nerves isn't so easy.
Didn't realise, but at the beginning, they train you in such a way that you're completely nervous as hell. There's no two ways about it.
Especially for Anita, who still feels like doing that runner. She's not the only one feeling anxious.
The nighttime formatives have a bit of a reputation around the college for things happening.
And his composure isn't helped by the waiting.
PCG 2.
But as number after number is called, Anthony is left on the sidelines.
PCG 3.
Half an hour later, Anthony's stress levels are going through the roof.
PCG 9. 9. Where's that 9? All right.
Meanwhile, the waiting's over for Anita. Her assessment starts now. And having given up the high life for a police career, failure is not an option.
These days, it's important to follow your dreams and don't let anything stand in your way. And I think kids will see that. I want my kids to look at me and think, that's fantastic.
Did your advice comes to attend to?
Yep.
In this scenario, Anita's been called to a domestic dispute, where potentially the offender is armed and dangerous.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah, hi sir. It's Constable Anita Rowland here from the Porirua Police. May I ask what your name is?
Brian, why?
Brian. Hi, Brian.
Put me in that situation 5 months ago, I wouldn't have even known how to approach a situation like that.
Though Anita isn't as prepared as she thinks.
I have reasonable grounds to believe that you have a possession of a weapon.
Playing the offender is Sergeant Davison, who is also assessing her performance, and he's not going to make things easy.
Just piss off.
Sir,
leave
I'm
me
now
alone.
going to ask you to let me search you.
Well, you're not fucking searching
Okay.
me.
I'd been warned that they could have a go at any time.
And that includes physical abuse as well as verbal.
Just fuck off out of my face.
Okay.
Fuck off.
You're under arrest for obstruction.
You stupid bitch. You're not even
I'm-
fucking listening.
Brian, I
Fuck
am listening.
off now.
Now, it's your choice. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. It's totally up to you.
We better make it the hard way.
I don't want to have to use force on
You want me, bitch, you come and get me. Bring your queer mate over with you as well.
I've never been put into a situation where your heart races that quick. My heart was racing, 10 to the dozen.
Now piss off.
This will be your last warning.
Oh,
Okay? We do this safely,
oh,
or you will be sprayed. Now turn around.
No, I'm not going to do it. At this point, I've just had a guts full.
Spray!
Oh, fuck. Jesus!
Turn around.
Don't
Get
have
your
your
hands
eyes.
away
Oh,
from your
you-
eyes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Put your hands behind your back, and I will be able to help you.
Upon searching the offender, Anita finds a concealed weapon.
Okay, what's this?
My foot.
What's this down by your ankle? You're not obliged to say anything, but anything you do say may be given in evidence.
With the crucial evidence gathered and the offender read his rights, the assessment is almost over,
It's right there.
though Anita knows she's overlooked a key detail.
I know I forgot to say my name again, and this is, I guess, one of those things where you think, why do I have to introduce myself again? I already did it like 30 seconds ago. That's just the way it is.
Remember I told you yesterday?
Yeah, say your name again.
Yeah.
You say that right then.
So,
Yeah.
on a technicality,
Yeah.
that buggers up your search, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's a disappointing setback for Anita.
Bit of a bummer.
That's an important thing that I'm going to need to learn and do out there. Otherwise, these kinds of cases will be dismissed on little technicalities that you just can't afford to do.
Great, because otherwise you did a very, very good job.
Fantastic.
Fortunately, she'll resit the test in a few days' time and pass with a perfect score.
So, at least it's informative, so you've just got to learn from your mistakes.
Coming up,
You coming with me, or you want me to spray you?
it's the moment of truth for
Just stay
Sasha,
there. Don't come any
Listen,
closer.
mate, just piss off and leave me alone.
and Anthony makes a potentially fatal mistake.
Jesus.